You're now locked in into Selfmade Sessions. Raw talks, real people, big motion. I'm your host, Isaiah Selfmade Galmore. And tonight's guest is living proof that past doesn't define your potential. A teen father turned town leader, he's a graduate of Clarksdale Youth Leadership Program, proudly finished Kahoma Agriculture High School in 2018, earned his degree in business administration from CCC in 2023, and currently works as a teller at Southern Bancorp. Now he makes history as the youngest mayor in the history of Mississippi. Let's welcome Columbus Russell Jr. to Selfmade Sessions.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Man, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I can't do no complaining, man. Thank you for having me.
Man, thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and jump into the question. This video is sponsored by Fastway Promotions. From the south of Mississippi to the coast of Florida, if it was lit, Fastway had their hands on it. Packed out, bottles up, real motion every time. This ain't no promo team, it's a lifestyle. Fastway Promotions, you know who threw it. What's one thing people don't know about you?
Oh man, I love to write. That's something I do when I have nothing else to do. Something I love to do when I'm just chilling.
You like to write stories, poems, or like lyrics or something?
It really be more about what I have going on or what I done did that day or something I'm planning to do.
Oh, okay. Another question. Best memory growing up in Jonestown, Mississippi?
Ooh, growing up in Jonestown, but just being with my family, my cousins, like having them like coming into town from the different cities like Chicago and Minnesota and things like that, for sure.
That's right. All right, let's get into a little bit of your background. What inspired you to run for mayor?
The truth, I definitely like seeing the need in my community for someone else to pick up the throne and take it to another level. But really, I seen another young man doing it, and it just showed me that, man, I can do the same thing. If he can do it for his community, I can do it for mine.
Did you ever see yourself in this position?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So during the election, running, campaigning, and everything, what kept you going?
Seeing the people, they were listening to me. They were engaged with me. They were ready to see me. They were ready for me. They were believing in me. Me feeling like I had the town on my back. That's what kept me going.
Okay, with all that feeling, was it ever just a feeling of doubt?
Oh yeah. I mean, I never really just doubted myself, but just listening to what other people were saying, it'll make you, just feel like it wasn't gonna happen. But we definitely prevailed.
Okay. So let's talk about your vision for the town. Top 3 priorities for your first year in office.
My top 3, I'm gonna have to say the infrastructure of the town. That'd probably be number 1. Getting the town actually and beautifying it as well. My number 2 will have to be to get the kids in the community to make sure they have things such as like after school programs, clubs and groups, things to tend to more positive and to entertain them other than going into the streets. My third thing would probably be help my elderly community. A lot of them just don't have the resources, even just such things as like cars and vehicles to like get to doctor appointments, and even if they just do want to do something like grocery shopping, because right now at the time we don't even have that in our own community to just go grocery shopping. We could, or like we don't have it at our hands at the moment. We have to go somewhere else to go get it.
Yeah.
So that'll be my top 3 things: the infrastructure on the town, making sure the kids have some positive things to do, and that the elders have the resources they need to live.
So what do you think your biggest challenge will be while in office?
I feel like if me and the board, the Alderman board, if we all work together and do what we need to do and work together as a team, we won't have any problems.
Okay. So What's your vision with working with the schools, the churches, and law enforcement?
I definitely want to be more in tune with the school, getting the kids more active with a lot of things. Just uh, with the education, the education part, with just getting them more, letting them know more things, getting them into more activities, such things like field trips and things. Anything that we can do for the kids, we're gonna do that. Um, did you say police?
Yeah, law enforcement.
Law enforcement. I definitely want to get some more law enforcement. Get them there. Have them there more on time. Not on time, but have them spend more time in the community. Getting to know the people, and I definitely want more policemen on the town. And what was the other thing you asked about?
That's all.
Okay.
Schools, churches, and law enforcement.
Okay. And the churches as well. I think that we have quite a few churches in the town. I feel like I want to connect with the churches a little more for them to give back.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts on Jonestown current energy?
Right now, as of June 5th, 2025, we are thriving. Where we are at the beginning of our thriving age, and we are reborn.
Okay, that's a great answer. Okay, there's a couple questions about the community. Selfmade Sessions is powered by Coley Media and Production, where real content meets real purpose. Whether you're in front of a camera or behind the scenes, Coley helps you lock in and level up. Big shout out for supporting the culture and keeping the motion moving. So, what about any job or youth opportunities? What are the plans for that?
Definitely, I know even when I was coming up, and my first job I ever had was Jonestown City Hall, working with Donald Green at Mississippi Delta Council. That's where my first job was. So I'm definitely gonna try to get that back in tune, because if it that that showed me that I can work and make my own money. So I definitely want the kids coming up to have those opportunities. Um, what was the question? You can say the question one more time.
Any job or youth opportunities?
Oh yeah, definitely. Youth opportunities are gonna be there for sure. I have people already calling me and texting me right now about things that we can do for the kids. We're gonna get that for sure, and that means that goes all the way from after school programs to taking them places on trips, clubs, organizations like Boys and Girls Clubs, and we're definitely gonna get the kids some more things for sure.
Okay. So, a couple more questions about your town. What's the best food spot in Jonestown?
The best food spot in Jonestown. Oh, you gonna get me in trouble, man. I'm gonna have to go with Frank's though, man.
Okay. What's one word to describe your leadership?
Transformational.
Okay. Get in depth about transformation. Why do you choose that word?
To me, transformational means it's taking something that's already established or whatever, and even although it's established, it's not in good order. So I mean, coming in and not taking anything, but changing it for the better. From all angles. Just transform.
Okay. If you could fix one thing, only one thing, tomorrow, what would it be?
The houses, the abandoned houses in town, the old buildings in town. If I could just get them just gone, and then we'll worry about rebuilding them the next day.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's one place in Jonestown that feels like home to you, like a home away from home?
The track.
Okay. Why you feel like the track was a home?
I've always been safe there. And then walking around, it just gives me so much ease.
Okay. So, growing up, what was your favorite hangout spot?
The track.
Okay. So, what do you love the most about your town?
I love that the people we are one. When things go down, we are gonna be there for each other.
That's a nice thing. So, if Jonestown could be known for one thing nationwide, what would you want it to be?
That no matter where you come from, that doesn't mean that doesn't define where you're going.
What was one of your biggest fears before running for office?
You saying like before I ran or before I won?
Before you ran.
Before I ran, just being able not to. Being able not to.
So, what's something small that keeps you grounded every day?
Something small?
Yeah.
And they're not, I mean, they're small, but they're big. My children.
That's a nice thing. If you could go back and relive one moment in your journey, what would it be?
As in running for mayor?
Yes.
If I could relive it?
Yes.
Election day. Just, I was making tacos for the community and just seeing them come out, being happy and being just, yeah.
Speaking of election day, take us from the morning you woke up to the night you went to sleep.
Okay. We got up about 7:30. Me and my best friend, we went and got ice from Walmart because we already had everything else. We went and got donuts and orange juice and apple juice for the community just for a kind of push the people to get out and vote.
Yeah.
And just to have something for them when they do. And we did that. We had donuts out there too. We came uptown. When we came to town. We came back to town and we set up uptown. My crew, my support, they just started coming with their shirts on and stuff. About 12:30, I was like, the donuts are out. We gotta do something else. We've got to do something else. And my best friend came up with the idea to let's do tacos. Let's taco about it. And it was up from there. We went back to Clarksdale, got more food, more drinks, and we came back. We cooked it up. We stayed. We were there till about 5:30, 6, and then one of my we were running around all day long. I mean, like sweat. You know, like when you're sweating and it's I don't know what that was. It's like it gets like hard or something when you're sweating.
Nervousness.
Like, huh?
Nervousness.
No, like when I don't know. I had all type of feelings, and then even when I did win, like I still didn't like feel it. Like it was like
surreal.
It was so real. It was so real. Like I don't know how to. I still right now to this day, being 2 days later, I still don't know how to feel. But like I said, we stayed uptown to about 5:30, 6 o'clock. Then we moved on to where the to the multi-purpose building. And we just sat there until about 7 o'clock to hear the news. We were still there, just promoting me, and it was the whole day. It was wild. When I did win, my mom and we went to my mom and dad's house, and we cried, we laughed, we had fun, and we celebrated.
Was there ever a moment when you truly didn't think you would make it here?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that moment. Like when you was in it, like was it one of those depressing, like I don't want to come out the house, or was it like just every day, like just a doubt?
I never not wanted to come out. I always wanted to come out and, always have my voice heard to let them know what I was trying to do. But it was just like I don't know. I feel like I just always had to go harder. Like it was like you got to do more. You know what I'm saying? It was never like oh um like I don't know. It was just like I gotta do something more. I gotta do something else. I gotta do more. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let them hear me. I gotta let them. It wasn't like a mode to where like I had to shut down or like felt. I was still feeling anxious, but I was still just going hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about what was the lowest point in your life and how did you come out of it?
The lowest part of my life. Um, I'm a blessed young man. I'm not gonna say that everything is all peaches and cream, but I don't let a lot of things just. I don't know. I don't really have a like. I don't really have no bad time. Like things get rough, but don't nothing keep me down.
That's great. When you look back at your younger self, how does it differentiate from you now?
I mean, I've always been the same way I am now. I maybe matured a little bit, like with my interactions and stuff. But like growing up in Minnesota, like it showed me a lot of things, like just how to be.
Okay. So, how did being a teen father shape your mindset and your grind?
I just knew I had to get up every day and get it for my child. Like I know no one else was gonna do it. And I was already like working and stuff before I had a child, but I just knew I had to keep going. Like I can't stop now. I can't.
Okay. Do you think being a teen parent like halts your life?
I mean, I guess it just depends. Support.
Yeah.
I guess it just depends. I still wouldn't advise it, but it definitely can hinder, if you don't have the right resources, for sure.
Did you ever feel overlooked or counted out even by the people close to you during any point in your life?
No, like the election, I had a few, but no, not before then.
Oh, okay. Who's someone in your life that believed in you when you didn't even believe in yourself?
My parents, my mom and dad, for sure.
Okay. So, what did you learn from watching your parents?
I learned how to interact, like talk to people, and like I feel like I get along with people just based off how my parents interact. I feel like I learned to love from them. I learned to my dad always told me it's not about what you do, it's how you do it. Having my dad in my life was like one of the biggest, man, like thank you God for having my dad. Like if I didn't have my dad, I wouldn't be sitting right here right now. And my mom too, like as well. Like I have a beautiful, great, loving, caring mom that's always had my back. Like she's always telling me, never stop, keep going, don't let this stop you, don't let this, like, just go. Just go.
Okay. Is there a prayer, quote, or belief that carried you through all your tough seasons?
Say it again.
Is there a prayer, quote, or belief that carries you through any tough season?
Oh yeah, no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what legacy do you want your child to see you as a father and a leader?
Say it again.
What legacy do you want your child to see you in as a father and a leader?
I mean, I just want him to, well, both of them. I want both of them to know that you can do whatever you want to do. It's that simple. And the sky's the limit.
Okay, so how did your environment growing up affect the way you lead now?
Major, and it's a whole story to this. It's a whole story. So me being born and raised up till I was 5 years old in Jonestown, that gave me a certain aspect of life. And then moving to Minnesota when I was 5 years old and staying there till I was 15 gave me a whole nother view on life. And then coming back to Mississippi as a 15-year-old, knowing this way of life and doing things this certain way and seeing things this certain way, and then coming back home to Mississippi and seeing things the way they are. It's like we live two different. Is this two different states or two different countries? So, that my childhood definitely deflects who I am today.
Okay. So, what's your why? By me saying what's your why, what's your reason not to stop? Like, what keeps you going every day?
Them babies. My son, Columbus Russell III, and my daughter, Tamara Russell.
Okay. So, what does it feel like to be the youngest mayor in Mississippi and to know history is watching you?
Surreal. I feel blessed, and I'm ready to make my town proud.
Okay. This podcast is sponsored by Royalty Hair Braiding by Terriana Wilson. Much love to Royalty Hair Braiding, owned by licensed stylist Terriana Wilson, where every braid is royalty, flawless, professional, and always worth it. Salute to the queen, doing it right for the culture and the crown. Okay, so what's a dream you're still holding on to?
A dream I'm still holding on to.
Yes.
I still want to be a businessman.
Open up your own business or like start?
International. I want to have a distribution center for food, clothes. I want my own stores, clothing stores, and I also want to do like salon, boutique, and like barbershops, stuff like things like that.
Okay.
Retail.
So when did you realize that you were different from everyone else?
It's been a. I mean, I don't want to sound like. I knew.
Okay, so what does freedom feel like to you?
Freedom is just like, imagine like you're on a beach, you got your babies with you, your lady with you, everything, nothing else. Freedom is just having family, like being with my family is just like nothing else matters.
So what does it feel like to be strong for everyone but still have to figure out your own stuff?
But I mean, it's hard, but that's a man's job.
Okay. So when people expect you to lead, who helps you lead?
I have a really good friend A really good friend that I've known for since I was a kid, like 5, 6 years old. A best friend, like she's whatever I need, whatever I can come to her for anything.
Okay.
And I think I think every man needs a needs that perspective from a woman, for sure.
Okay. So, what one moment where you hold up. What's one moment where you could have chosen the streets but chose a purpose instead?
I've had several every day, every day.
So, what version of you had to die for this version to live?
The, that young man, that kid, that boy. Um, I'm a totally different person. These past 2, 3 years, just being back home, reconnecting with my roots, being around family. It showed me a lot of things just doesn't matter, man. It's a lot of things way more important than what we see and think every day.
Okay. So, what keeps you humble no matter how far you go?
Humble. Knowing that everything I have, I've gotten, it can be taken away today.
So, when did you finally feel like you deserve great things?
I mean, we all deserve great things. I mean, it's just you got to go get it. You got to go work. You got to work for it. You got to put the work in for it. And I feel like I put the work in for it.
Good. So, what does healing look like in a man like you?
I mean, it depends on what you're going through, but most definitely talking is a big thing. Like talking, and like I told you earlier, writing, and just expressing how I feel or what's going on can get me on a whole nother level of understanding.
Okay. So,
Knowing yourself.
so if you had no title, no job, no attention, who are you really?
I'm just a kid from Jonestown that wants better.
This podcast is sponsored by King's Vision. Big shout out to King's Vision, capturing emotion with purpose. From the lens to the legacy, every shot tells a story. If it looked cinematic, clean, and cold, King probably filmed it. Book with the kid. All right, so do you have any closing messages for the viewers, the town, family members, anyone?
Oh, everyone from Jonestown, everyone in Jonestown, I want to thank you all for getting out to vote. I want to thank those that got me in the door. I promise to put my best 2 foot forward and do the best that I can to improve our town. I want to thank everyone that supported me during this journey. Shout out to my parents. Shout out to my best friend, Takia Rice, for being there with me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without you. And most importantly, man, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, Isaiah, for having me in here today, man. I appreciate it, man. It feels great. This is my first podcast, so I hope I did good. And yeah, man, thank you for having me, man. Let's build Jonestown.
Well, that's a wrap. Stay raw, stay real, and keep the motion big.